We've got a right triangle, and sitting inside is a square that touches all three sides, with one side resting on the hypotenuse. Our job is to find the area of that square. We can say that the square has a side length of s, so its area will simply be s squared. Now the whole problem comes down to one thing: finding s. First things first, we need to know the length of that hypotenuse, because that's where our square is sitting. We're told the two legs that form the right angle are 6 and 8. And whenever you've got a right triangle and you need the third side, there's only one tool for the job: Pythagoras Theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Plugging in our numbers, we get 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. Now, 6 squared is 36, and 8 squared is 64, so we have 36 plus 64, which equals 100, and the square root of 100 is 10. So the length of our hypotenuse is 10 units. Now here's where it gets interesting. We need to find the perpendicular height from the right angle down to the hypotenuse. I'm calling this h. Why do we need this? You'll see in a moment. It's the key to unlocking the square. Now here's a really clever trick. We can calculate the triangle's area in two different ways. Method 1, we use the two legs as base and height. And since the legs are already at right angles to each other, they work perfectly. So the area equals half times the base times the height. And using 8 for the base and 6 for the height, we get half times 8 times 6, which equals 24. So our triangle's area is 24 square units. Now for method 2, we will use the hypotenuse as the base. So our base is 10, and the height to that base is h. So the area equals half times 10 times h, and half of 10 is 5. So this simplifies to the area equals 5h. Here's the beautiful part. It's the same triangle, so the areas must be equal. 24 equals 5h. So to find h, we just need to divide both sides by 5, which gives us 4.8. So the height from the right angle to the hypotenuse is 4.8. Now for the key geometric insight. Look at the square sitting inside the triangle. The top edge of the square is parallel to the hypotenuse. That means the little triangle sitting above the square is the same shape as the big triangle, just smaller. And when two shapes are identical except for size, we call them similar triangles. Here's the powerful thing about similar triangles: everything scales proportionally. If the height shrinks by some fraction, then the width shrinks by that same exact fraction. We know the large triangle's height is 4.8, and the square takes up a height of s. So the small triangle above the square has a height of 4.8 minus s. Now, to get the scale factor, we compare the heights. The small height, 4.8 minus s, over the original height of 4.8, and that's our shrinking factor. We know the big triangle's width along the hypotenuse is 10, so the small triangle's width along its base must be 10 times 4.8 minus s, divided by 4.8. And the small triangle's base is the top of our square, and the top of the square has a length of s. So we can write s equals 10 times 4.8 minus s, divided by 4.8. Okay, so let's solve this step by step. First, let's get rid of that fraction by multiplying both sides by 4.8. So we have 4.8s equals 10 times 4.8 minus s. Now if we expand the brackets on the right, we get 4.8s equals 48 minus 10s. So now we can add 10s to each side, and that gives us 14.8s equals 48. And finally, we can divide both sides by 14.8 to leave just s, and that gives us approximately 3.243 units. Now for what we came here for, the area. So the area is simply s squared, which is 3.243 times 3.243, and that gives us approximately 10.52 square units. And there's our answer. The blue square has an area of approximately 10.52 square units. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.